I gotta watch what I say on this one. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And you guys voted for it. This time, I'm watching yet another drama film, an Apple Plus exclusive or original starring Justin Timberlake entitled Palmer. Now, before I go into this movie, I want to say that my son was here with me when I watched this movie. Did he watch it with me? No. But I offered it to him. He took one look at the cover, read the description, and said, no, I'm going to go to my room and chill. At one point during the middle of the movie, he comes out and he goes, "You're still watching this?" Just so you know, this is not the style of movie that I would normally watch. But you guys asked for it. And because you guys asked for it, and I love you for that, I watch this drama. Palmer, played by Justin Timberlake, is a guy who in his younger years committed a crime, went to prison, came back out a ton of years later to his small town, has to live with his grandmother, is on probation. Everybody in that small town kind of hasn't changed at all, as most people do in small towns. He is not like everybody else in that small town anymore. He is trying to adjust to what life is now. And in the process, the very first night that he's back, he hooks up with this junky trailer park trash chick who lives across the street from his grandmother. And she has habits of leaving her child alone for other people to care, or just leaving him alone in general. It's just how good of a person that they are that he ends up with them. Besides struggling to adjust in this old world, even though he's kind of a new person, he also has to be trusted, which he's not being trusted, right? He has a hard time finding a job. Now, Justin Timberlake is the star on the marquee.
Yes, sir.
But the actual star of this movie that stands out is the kid that plays Sam, Ryder Allen. This Sam character, he's not just any other boy. This is a boy who is obsessed with girl things. And again, it being a small town, this is not something that's normal for them. Also him seeing a boy dress in girl clothes, want to be a girl, a princess for Halloween, watching girly shows, playing with dolls. He points it out to the kid, telling him, "You know you're a boy, right?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Boys don't play with dolls." He goes, "Well, I'm a boy and I play with dolls." It's a tough pill to swallow. First things first. Palmer is obviously misunderstood in this time in his life. And then he witnesses, as he's working for this school, finally as a janitor, the kid, Sam, getting bullied, who is also misunderstood. It is very hard to understand somebody like that, just like it's very hard to understand somebody who went to jail, changed, and came back to the same spot, the same area. Now, they're judging you. They have all these things. So they're also judging Sam. And this is where the connection between Palmer and Sam happened, in that understanding of being judged and misunderstood. At least that's what I got from the movie. And in that sense, it achieves it, right? There's a point in the movie where an ignorant old friend of Palmer's, who he really, never cared for, doesn't care for anymore at least, is still doing dumb stuff and actually bullies the kid, which gets his face caved in, which was like, thank God something happened. I remember saying, "Finally!" And then my kid came out and he was just like, "Something happened in the movie?" So he knows too, how I feel about these slow moving action, or these slow moving drama movies. This is the part where I have to speak on the movie itself. I just told you the synopsis and basically everything that happens. And I'll kind of fast forward to the end in a little bit. But the movie itself not only becomes a drag because really nothing happens in the movie, but there's some issues. Issue number one being Justin Timberlake how he was directed to act. I've seen Justin, as you have, I'm sure, in other movies, and the brother can act. The brother can do some things. In fact, he's one of the reasons why I was okay with going with this movie after you guys voted for it. But he plays this role very straight, I mean bland as bland can be, and he's not a bland guy, and that shows later on in the movie. In the third act, it shows that he has more range, but in the first two acts, he is just looking like Mark Wahlberg throughout the whole movie with this confused, concerned look.
What's going on? I don't get it. Man, I gotta work out. What's going on here? Where am I? What the...
And you only care about him until Sam comes on the screen. Then you completely care about Sam. And Sam only. That kid does a great job. The other issue is the musical score. The music score in this is repetitive. And then it's the overall pacing. The third problem is the overall pacing of the film. One step ahead, two steps back. One step ahead, two steps back. And it's just like, I wish there were different ways we could have demonstrated this in the movie to make it move smoother and make it more interesting overall. At the end of the movie, it's really about Palmer trying to gain custody of Sam and everything that stands in his way, being an ex-con, being on probation, not being a next of kin, versus Junkie Mom, who is just a ticking time bomb to, you know, lose the kid some way, somehow, whether it's a tragedy or actually losing him via the court system. And Palmer doesn't want this kid, this misunderstood and, quite frankly, confused child, to go to the system. Let me put it to you this way, because you may disagree, and you can leave a comment down below. We can talk about it. Sam is the way he is because he does not have guidance in his life. Sam is the way he is because he doesn't see real men in his life. Sam has been hanging around an old, elderly, religious woman, other tight-ass women from the church, women in the school, strung-out junkie mom who's buying him, instead of action figures, buying him dolls. There's no male figure in Sam's life to show him how to enjoy being a boy. And I was hoping that through the process of this movie, as Justin Timberlake's character Palmer came around to Sam, I thought he would buy him an action figure. I thought he would take him in the back and throw some ball with them. He did take him to a football game, but Sam was paying attention to the cheerleaders and not in a way the guy would. He was trying to be like them. And so I thought that would be the turn of the movie, that over time Sam was going to enjoy being a boy. But there is absolutely no guiding Sam that way. It's just a movie about, when it comes to Sam, it's about Palmer being the only one that understands him and letting him be. And they paint Sam as being courageous for just being himself, even though what he's being is because he comes from a fractured, broken home. So with all that being said, Apple Plus's exclusive original, Palmer, is going to get 2 bandanas out of 5. For me, again, this is just not an entertaining movie. I like the message. I get the message. It's a very new age, time we live in message. And overall, I agree that you should not be bullied for who you are, regardless. I got bullied. Up to the 8th grade, I got bullied. I get it. It shouldn't be done, but at the same time, bullies exist and bullies serve a purpose in this world. They toughen you up. So, with all that being said, did you enjoy Palmer? Is this review going to make you want to watch it and make a decision on your own? And if you want us to talk about what I said, do you want to talk about that down in the comments? We could talk about that. You can even talk to me about stories about being bullied if you've been bullied as well. What's your stance on that? Guys, I'm Alex Thorn, and you know what I gotta do. I gotta rock out so I can watch some movies and review them for you.